said the life expectancy for a black man in Vietnam in 1968 was 16.4 seconds.
What?
16.4 seconds.
So the moment you get out there, 16 seconds later, you're dead.
Check this out. They get near on the helicopter. When the helicopter land, naturally, black guys, y'all go first. Y'all walking on landmines. And then once the shooting starts, guess who's shooting at you from the back? The white Southern soldiers who don't like black people. Who now you're being shot at from the front and the back, and you're stepping on landmines, and you possibly could become a POW. But these are those stories that are not told that people like me made it out of because my dad, was blessed enough to get out.
Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Give me a follow on X at Green_Jericho. Like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and also my new channel, Green's House. Snoop, shut the fuck up. That was some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Number one, I'll give him a pass on the 16.4 seconds. I couldn't find anything that confirmed that. I couldn't find anything that confirmed that a black soldier in Vietnam in 1968 had a 16.4 second lifespan in Vietnam. I know it was short for pilots and things of that nature. I've heard like 45 minutes and stuff like that, but 16.4 seconds for black soldiers. There was about 48,000 people killed in Vietnam. The majority of them were white. The ones who had the highest chance of being killed in combat were pilots, helicopter pilots, guys who probably needed some higher education. Contrary to popular belief, it wasn't just the grunts and the soldiers getting mowed down. A lot of them, or you had a better chance of being killed or a higher chance of being killed as a pilot or something like that. And most of those pilots and stuff were white. But what's really stupid about what he said was naturally shizzle, bizzle, kizzle. Naturally, because of course, we're not going to let these beautiful white soldiers step off the helicopter first. Naturally, the black soldiers would get off first. They're stepping on landmines. So that means the helicopter pilot is so dumb that he lands in a minefield. And once he starts seeing his fellow soldiers getting blown up, he doesn't take off. He just stays there. What was that in that South Park movie? Operation Get Behind Darky? Operation Get Behind Darky my ass. So this is the real life Operation Get Behind Darky. So you got these black soldiers stepping, never let the white ones off first, only the blacks first. Only let the blacks. Love the blacks. Let them off the helicopter first. Step on the landmines. Beautiful landmines. Blew their bodies apart. Only the blacks. So naturally, he says naturally, the black soldiers get off first. They're stepping on landmines. And then they're getting shot in the back by their fellow Southern white soldiers. Do you know how stupid that sounds? RIP to my stepdad, Frank. He was in Vietnam. I used to work with a black dude who served in Vietnam. I don't know how many Vietnam vets that I know that I've spoken to. I don't know how many Vietnam movies and documentaries I've seen. I have never in my life seen or heard about black soldiers in Vietnam being shot in the back by other American white soldiers. Did it happen? I don't know. But I'm gonna bet that it was probably by accident that some black soldier got shot in the back by a white soldier. But you're telling me that these white soldiers are on the helicopter shooting at their countrymen. What? And then you have Joe Rogan just sitting there. I hope the guy Joe Rogan in his head was like, what the fuck is he talking about? And he didn't challenge him on it because it's Snoop, it's a good vibe, we're smoking. What was he smoking? Was that some top secret government grade Snoop diggity dog strand that they made just for him that makes you retarded after the first puff? What the fuck did you just say, Snoop? Let me let this tall, lanky, 60-year-old crip tell you himself.
My dad told me, he said, the life expectancy for a black man in Vietnam in 1968 was 16.4 seconds.
What?
16.4 seconds.
So the moment you get out there, 16 seconds later, you're dead.
Check this out. They get in there on the helicopter. When the helicopter land, naturally, black guys, y'all go first. Y'all walking on landmines. And then once the shooting starts, guess who's shooting at you from the back? The white Southern soldiers who don't like black people. Who now you're being shot at from the front and the back, and you're stepping on landmines, and you possibly could become a POW. But these are those stories that are not told that people like me made it out of because my dad, was blessed enough to get out.
Snoop, shut your dumb ass up. That is some of the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard in my life. But Snoop, another one of these rich, well-to-do Negroes that are still suckling from the veiny, engorged teat of victimhood. You know, when your wife is pregnant or she had the baby and she has milk and she's breastfeeding, just squeeze a little bit of that milk comes out the end. That's how that victimhood. Just here's a couple drops. You put a couple drops on their lip so they'll latch on. Snoop's latched on to the victimhood titty. My father told me, Bizzle, Shizzle, Kizzle, that the life expectancy, oh no, of a black, so shut the, man, you so stupid. And how many dumbasses sat there and figured, well, it's on Joe Rogan, Snoop Dogg said it, it must be true. So you mean to tell me white soldiers in Vietnam were shooting the black ones in the back? There was a certain point in the Vietnam War where the American soldiers couldn't shoot at the Viet Cong. We weren't allowed to shoot at the enemy, but you're allowed to shoot your fellow soldiers in the back. Snoop, I've thought you were a dumbass for a long time. I think you are so fucking stupid for peddling gang-banging culture as an old-ass man, dressing in blue rag print clothes, having a blue rag in your pocket, crip walking at the Olympics. You are a walking stereotype. You are a dumb piece of shit, but this is a new level of dumb to where you expect people to believe that white soldiers were shooting black soldiers in Vietnam in the back as they got off the helicopter and they were stepping on landmines. Then why was Viet Cong out there? Why did Viet Cong try to kill us? Just let the other white soldiers shoot the black ones. You don't have to waste any bullets with your little black pajamas and your pointy hats. The fuck? Man, I'm out of here. My blood pressure's high enough. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they keep saying stupid shit like this. I'm out.